Number 18, a sword just for you. Go!
Someone.
Absolutely.
Oh!
How you doing, girl?
Sit right here if you don't mind. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Billy.
Hey, Billy. Nice to see you. Nice
How do
to
you
see
spell that?
B-I-L-L-I-E.
Could have guessed.
Great. Thanks for volunteering. Thanks for coming to the show. Out of curiosity, Billy, I just have a couple of questions for you, if you don't mind. When you were younger, did you have any really close friends, Billy? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, Bevan.
Bevan, your friend Bevan, and maybe one other.
Rachel.
Bevan and Rachel were your really close friends. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Billy. When you were a little, one more thing. Did you ever have anything that you really wanted to accomplish or really wanted to do, but you never got a chance to when you were younger?
Yeah, I wanted to be a jockey.
You wanted to be a horse jockey. One little girl does it. Right? Perfect. And out of curiosity, was there anything that you were really terribly afraid of when you were little?
Nail clippers.
Nail clippers. That's wonderful. Great. So you were afraid of nail clippers. And remind me, it was Bevan and Rachel. Bevan and Rachel, and of course you're the lovely Billy. And is there anything else that was very distinctive about you when you were younger?
I also didn't like the bumps in socks.
You didn't like the bumps in socks? I don't know. What are the bumps in socks?
Like
Exactly.
the seams across the top.
Oh yeah. Totally. Oh yeah. That's universal. Okay, great, and wonderful. And you're from around here. You're from Chapel Hill. Perfect, great. Billy, I think that's all we need from you. All right, Rachel, Bevan, Billy. Let's give a hand to Billy. Billy, this is a story that's just for you, okay? For no one else. So once upon a time, there was a little girl named Billy. And Billy had a wonderful home that she lived in with her parents, and she always would play with lots of friends. She had tons of friends when she was a little girl. And two of her very best friends were Rachel and Bevan. Rachel and Bevan were the best friends that anyone could ever ask for. They grew up around here, so of course they grew up being Tar Heel fans, just wonderful. So they would always spend time watching the basketball games and the baseball games too later in life. And they would always play just the most fun games from sunrise until sunset, and sometimes they would forget which one was which, and they would beg their parents, hey, please can we stay up a little bit longer, but their parents would always say, no, you have to go to bed, because tomorrow's going to be an even bigger day for you, and so they would always acquiesce. But as much fun as they had, there was one thing that Billy had always wanted to do, and that one thing was be a jockey. Be a horse riding jockey, just like she had always seen every year in the Kentucky Derby, which she watched religiously every single year. Even as a young girl, she would bet Skittles on her favorite horse, and she never won, unfortunately. And it's always the 51 loser, who ends up coming up to win. But so she always wanted to be a jockey. And so one day, at sunrise, Billy and Billy's friends decided to go. So at sunrise, they went out, and they went out looking to fulfill her dream. And as they stepped outside their door, they noticed that they never noticed, like across the street from them, there was this pasture that was filled with horses. It wasn't like normal horses, regular adult-sized horses, nor was it ponies. It was literally miniature horses. Actually, like the grandeur of horses, just pocket-sized sort of. For more of your convenience, for children to ride. And so she saw this, and she went up to them, and strangely they were tame. And she just started petting one, and got this feeling that it kind of wanted her to get on. So she and her friends started to get on these horses, and they started to ride around. And as they did this, they saw there was a track. This track that had been set up in this field, and there were other little kids that were actually starting on a race, the race of the lifetime. Little did they know, this wasn't the Kentucky Derby. This was the Sun-Kissed Derby, which was only for 12 and under, which happened to be going on across the street from their house their entire lives, and they just never noticed. They decided, can we still enter? Is there still time? And they went up to someone who looked official, and they said, for you guys, absolutely. So they got into the race, and they met all of these other all of these other jockeys who were getting ready to go, and some were big and most were small, as tends to be with jockeys. And they started sort of talking with all these people and realized they had all these people were aspiring to be jockeys. They all wanted to be jockeys when they were growing up. And so they got ready for the race. They got ready for the race when all of a sudden, without warning, the person went out to start the race, and in his hand was not a gun, but a pair of nail clippers. And the starting sound to start this race was actually the clip of a nail clipper. And Billy was petrified because she knew that she could not start a race in this way. And then all of a sudden, all these other things became clear to her. She noticed that her horse was actually wearing these socks, and the socks were worn backwards, so the little bumps in it were protruding outward. She started to freak out and had no idea what to do. And then all of a sudden, Rachel saw what was happening and jumped off of her miniature horse and grabbed the clippers out of their hand and went off to each horse and clipped off the little bumps off of each of the horse's stockings. And the officiator was kind of didn't know what to do, but decided, you know, what else? That's fine, we'll go for it. So I'm just going to bring out this UNC flag, and that'll be the way that I start this, if that's okay with everyone. And it was, because everyone is from Chapel Hill. So he waved the flag, and they started, and they were running the race, and Billy, all of a sudden, she knew how to ride a horse. She'd never done it before, but she knew how to do it. And so she ran around the race 1 lap, 2 laps, 3 laps. It was the final lap. It was neck and neck for her, between her and Dry Eraser over here. The 50-to-1 winner, actually. And her, no one had bet on her, but all of a sudden it was neck and 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 neck. And then all of a sudden, she kind of spit on the other person. And it nosed ahead. And she won. She won the race, and the officiators didn't see it. And she and her friends, they hoisted her up on their shoulders, and the person who she beat said, like, good move, I would have done that to you. So no hard feelings. And they all went back to their house. And then as they were walking back to their house, they realized that this was the best day that they had ever had. And they went up to their parents and they begged them, please, can we still stay up? We couldn't go to sleep if we wanted to. But their parents told them, no, you have to go to sleep because tomorrow is going to be an even bigger adventure. And they went to sleep knowing it was true. The end.
This is for you.